Just gonna go ahead and label myself a River Solomon fan. I've read The Deep, Starland, and now their newest book, Model Home, which is set to release this year in September, and I've loved them all. Model Home follows our main character, Esri, who is a Black, gender non-conforming parent to a daughter named Elijah. Esri and Elijah are traveling from London back to Dallas, Texas, where Esri was raised, after Esri receives a mysterious text message from their mother, whom they are estranged from. Upon returning to the McMansion that they grew up in this affluent white Dallas suburb, Esri discovers that their parents are unalived. Esri and their two sisters, Eve and Emmanuel, grew up believing that the home that they grew up in this Dallas neighborhood, was haunted. So naturally, the three siblings believe that the house has murdered their parents. There's a lot of trauma that all three siblings experienced in that growing up in the house that has followed them into adulthood. It has shaped their relationships with one another, as well as their pretty much non-existent relationship with their parents in adulthood. They have moved as far away from this neighborhood and this house as they possibly can, and they all had not visited the house in years. In learning about the history of these three siblings, this neighborhood, and this house, the book really explores a lot of themes of what it means to be Black in the South, but specifically living in these very white neighborhoods, relationships between parents and their children. I think the relationship that Esri has with their daughter Elijah is particularly interesting, especially since Esri has a number of mental illnesses, including bipolar depression and dissociative identity disorder. We also see some of these trauma cycles that continue. I thought this book was really well done, and I'm excited for other people to read it. I will say it is horror, so there are some very heavy topics that are discussed, but it wasn't scary to me in a way that's like a jump scare or like it's super gory, but it is very scary because it all turns out to be very realistic. And I'll just say that without giving away too much. Anyway, River Solomon, at this point, they write it, I read it.